Hi, and welcome to this deep dive on our 20 millimeter scraper sander. And of course I could call it a little bit of anything if I want, but it is 20 millimeters wide. We have a 25-degree bevel on it, and I call it a scraper sander because of course I can put the adhesive hook or blue tape and adhesive sandpaper on it to sand with it as well. And if you just had any scraper attached to anything, it would just be a scraper, and then you could put adhesive hook on it and then turn it into a scraper sander. So we're all familiar with the fact that you could do it by hand. The biggest difference with our version of it is that you can now put it on the power tool. And so now sanding and scraping and buffing and anything else actually become more efficient than just doing it by hand. As well, we of course have the fixed and free rotation function for ergonomics and access and control. So let's get into this right now. We have, just to be sure, we have the two annular grooves. The back one is for the free rotation. The forward one is for the fixed position as the crenulations hit in. It's 3 millimeters thick. It's a really massive chunk of steel, if you will. And I brought the 4-point adapter with me as well because it's 3 millimeters as well. And I wanted to show that, of course, we drilled holes through it so that we could attach other bits and pieces to it. And that's pretty much the same thing here. If you needed to transform this or optimize it into something else, that wouldn't stop you at all as well. We can see that it has optimized, the ability to be optimized across the board. And so ultimately, it's about something like this, your shutters, and this is just an example that I'm bringing out today. So I've put 40 grit sandpaper around, this is loop back, and there's the adhesive hook attached to it, and of course the scraper portion here. So I want to show that even in free rotation mode here, as you scrape something, you are going to find yourself trying to just knock down the bits that are like that, or that are just coming off. And I'll just take a point right here with this. You're gonna come through, and you don't want any of this clogging up your sandpaper because it's coming off easy, right? I mean, this one's coming off easy. And right now I'm on free rotation, but I'll put it into fixed position and I'll just knock down some of this stuff right here. And you can see that, you know, this would be something that would very likely be in your house or in anybody else's house. So you've now got that taken down, and you see I have this sanding portion here, and this one is, this one's just not coming, right? I'm getting some action off of it, but you can see that as I dig into it, I can get some, but maybe I want to just come in with the sandpaper and scuff it up a little bit like that. And you can see how quick I can scuff that up, and then I can come back with the scraper and just knock it down a little bit. So this right here is my example. I'm going to use a little bit better. And I'm going to use it with the power tool now this time. So the Tango 360, and my setting will be in fixed position, and I'm just going to move this right here, and you can see that right now I'm in fixed position, so that means that I won't be able to move around like this, but I want to attack that line, and I'll just kind of show it. I'm on max speed, that's 3,000 strokes per minute, okay? So here it goes. Oh yeah, and the Tango 360 has a soft start, so you don't immediately get that jolt. And you always want to hold it in a way that you're not going to put your hands here where you get pinched. This is a pinch guard here to prevent your fingers from getting in there, but if you hold it here, you'll still get pinched. So we want you to always remember that, hold it correctly, okay? So here we are. that particular paint is really stuck on good. This is not something that's just going to come off quickly like with the scraping, you know, so you're not going to get it off. But that is really on good. So you can see how it would do that. But let's just say you wanted to be in free rotation this point now, and we're going to just switch it up a little bit. And I'm going to be off on the edge like this, and I'm going to just, the scraper is pointed down, so now I'm going to point the scraper up so that I don't have a potential to do anything like this. And here I'm just going to hit this real quickly with the sander, okay? This 40 grit. I'm going to try to knock down some of that paint. It's something that you would be doing on your gate or shutters or anything like this anyways, right? Okay, here we go. So that is an aggressive 40 grit that really just got into that. And now I'm just going to flip it over. I'm going to stay in free rotation mode. And I just want to show how a little bit easier now it is to scrape through that. So as you can see, it'll work its way right through that. And then to see eventually the versatility of it, the idea behind the hook and loop is that here's, well, I'm just using this as an example. This is 120 and this one here is 80 grit. So a scraper and a sander, right? So here we are. I'm just going to go back. I'm going to flip this over, and here we are at 80 grit. I'm just going to hit that one real quick like this again. And you can see how it's getting a lot finer dust. Always remember to wear your PPE, but because I'm teaching you this, I want to be able to speak to you. And now I can flip it over to 120 and do the same thing. So there you have it. You can really get into this. And then of course, if you find yourself in a position that you would rather work behind it like that, the crenulations have 6 different positions that you can work from. So let's just say you want to work like that, and now you want to work from behind, and you just want to hit it like that. And there you go. And then here we are at 80 grit. You can see how effective that is. I want to be able to just say that there are 100 tools out there that you can use, and it depends on what you're actually doing. And the scraper sander is to complement everything else you have. But even more so than that, we have different sizes, 50 millimeter, 37 millimeter. We can make them big, as small, as thin, as wide. The rasp scraper sander as well. There are plenty of ways you can do this, but you can see the versatility of the fixed and free rotation being easily applied, and then being able to, I mean, like here I'm in 80 grit. You can see how the tool will adapt to you, whereas most other tools are not. So fixed or free rotation, manual or power, turn a scraper into actually something that is going to be able to sand and more useful, optimizing it. You know, it's an addition and a welcome addition to all of the other tools that you might have for any job. And sometimes these are just going to work better because the mass is going to be knocking out. We're talking about on the power tool, a 15 millimeter stroke. And if you're using one of those scrapers on a multi-tool, it's going back and forth like this. So it's a different action. It's not really breaking away the paint. Whereas here you can see that I'm gonna actually be busting through the paint because of the mass and the force of the scraper like this. Here, as you can see it, I'm breaking through that paint, whereas different methods are there. And then of course, any quickness behind it. So oftentimes you might have gates or shutters that have just areas that are needing attention every year. You don't want to redo the full gate or the full shutter. You just want to do an area that is got some damage or water damage or something, and you just want to fix that up. This is the perfect tool for that. So right now, I just want to thank you for joining me on this deep dive, and I'll see you on the next session.